think
We're live!
we should be. I didn't do the countdown this time because,
Wow, I can't believe you did this to us.
Just gonna throw this onto me. This is big expectations! Hello? Looks like we're live. We're good. Hello, everyone!
Hello.
Hello?
Because fuck me, that's why. Anyways,
Are you talking to us?
I'm shy.
I didn't mute YouTube. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So how's we doing, everyone?
Oh, pretty good.
Good.
Good. Though I'm on the wrong mic. Hang on. Give me a second.
It's
Shit just started and you've already ruined this for us.
terrible.
Hello?
Did you change mics?
Yes. Is it not insanely obvious?
It was obvious.
I know. It was, but I just wanted to mess with you.
It is the older siblings' job to fuck with.
It's a requirement. It's in the
Everyone.
contract.
There are no dryers in this room. I think your obligations are fulfilled.
Just means we have to move to a different room.
All
So,
right. I think I handled
Would,
all the tweets and stuff.
To me.
hell yeah.
What-
Does
what's
anybody
with the
remember? Don't worry about it. Just don't shove them into one again. Does anybody remember what happened last time that we actually got to play, like a month and a half ago?
Poor life choices.
We talked and we talked and we talked
Yeah,
And we
we
tried
talked
to recreate
and then we went
Legally
to a
Blonde.
we went to a court where there was a funny man who was actually 3 men in a trench coat,
yeah.
and yeah, that's it.
Justice Ironbriar. That was his name.
That was a lot.
But a lot of that session was planning and talking, and then we actually did go to the courthouse area. Guys stayed outside while the rest of you guys headed in. And you guys met with Justice Ironbriar after a little bit of time and messing around. Mostly trying to get an appointment and all of that. And so he talked, and now I believe we are supposed to be watching one of the public trials and all of that.
Mhm.
And yeah,
That
pretty
that
much
is
it.
indeed the case.
Did I miss anything?
I still feel the need to point out that our group still holds the record for the most pointlessly expensive bribe ever in the history of D&D.
How much was it again?
Very
It
good
was
point,
not
very good point.
pointless.
Like 150 gold.
That's
Something
not,
like that.
That's not the most.
No,
For-
the most pointlessly expensive,
Oh, okay.
not the most.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
We're
Sounds
trying
like a
to
challenge.
stimulate the economy. We're redistributing
Our wealth.
fuck off's wealth. What's his name?
Fox.
Foxwell.
Wow.
Right. So, we're gonna go ahead and give that inspiration to Burn. Burn, I think you have one if you want to toss it at somebody else.
Does anybody have not have inspiration?
I have inspiration.
Does anybody not have inspiration?
I don't.
I do have inspiration. Thank you.
I think it's Squee and James.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm giving it
All
to
right, I
Rhea.
don't need it.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Rhea
Um,
has inspiration.
You can go ahead and give it to Emmy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's a third gift I've given you.
Oh.
I'm
The
keeping
third
track.
Day of Christmas.
The only gift he gets from me is the gift of being in my presence. You simp.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, I don't know why you got to call me out like that in public. I thought that was like
Because you
something
haven't been checking your DMs.
He checks DMs?
Exactly.
listen.
No, he doesn't.
I
Listen.
explicitly told Alora
This
the
is
other night to tell you to check them.
I did.
And I know she did.
Yeah, did she not respond? I told her I saw it. I just haven't had a chance to reply yet.
And where are we now?
Welcome
It's
to
been
the
a
Squee
very
Bully
busy
Hour.
24 hours.
All right. So, as we all are ushered into this courtroom, the justices take their positions. The trial begins with the introduction of Lord Justice Bale Argentine. Everyone takes a moment to show their respect, and then the Lord Justice announces the start of the hearing. We're going to go over this pretty narratively. I'm not going to go into a full court trial.
I want to know all of the witnesses and the jurors' names.
I know where you live.
I would like to wild shape into a court reporter, please.
I'll allow it.
As we all know, they are in fact feral.
The situation for this case seems to be a land dispute between two nobles. One of the houses, Jareth, claims that some plot of land just outside the city belongs to them and their line. However, it is public knowledge, pretty much, that the land has essentially been left to the wayside and been unused for several generations. Although House Jareth still holds strong that it is their birthright to remain hold over this land. The other house, a relatively newer addition to nobility, the first of their noble line, House Irvain, claims that they were unaware of the ownership of the plot. However, because the land is unused, they plead their case that it should be granted to them so that they might make use of it, rather than let it sit and gather dust like House Jareth has done for generations now. And this goes on with monotonous legal jargon and so on and so forth until things sort of get heated as the rep for House Jareth eventually begins shouting, red-faced, spittle flying everywhere, that lowborn masquerading as nobility have no right to his ancestral lands. And this, unfortunately for him, does him no favors, as when it comes time for the justices to rule, they ask both houses what their plans would be for the plot. As House Irvain states that they will use the land to build their business, thus helping Hada's economy, whereas House Jareth, now completely irate, states that the noble House of Jareth will do whatever they damn well please with their own land, and the vote takes place. Unsurprisingly, the overwhelming majority agree that House Irvain shall be granted the land, and thus Irvain's rep bows, thanks the court, and sees himself out once the trial is adjourned. And the House Jareth rep is essentially escorted out by guards and, in more or less exact terms, told to take a walk. As everyone begins filing out of the room, Ironbriar catches your eyes and nods to you, and gets up from his seat and makes his way over, chin up, chest out, and he says, "I trust that this was enough to give you a taste of what my career involves."
Yes, quite. I thought you dealt with it quite gracefully, considering all of the she gestures very vaguely in the was it the defendant who was letting the land just kind of sit there, or the
House
prosecutor?
Jareth?
Yeah, House
Yeah,
Jareth.
House Jareth.
Yeah, just kind of gestures in their direction. The general dismissive attitude.
He nods. In my line of work, it's important to learn how to deal with the nobility and their shall we say, urge to believe that everything revolves around them.
I see. Well, thank you so much for your time and speaking with us and such. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
He nods and turns and begins walking off back towards his office.
Mars will grab uh grab Holly, and Emmy is still with us, right? Or
Emmy is
I
in
am-
some bushes.
Yeah, I'm wild shaped
Yep.
in some bushes.
okay. Yep. Just head out to the bushes, I guess. Oop.
All right, you head out to the bushes. What's the plan, Dan?
Oh, was Holly going to do the detect thoughts?
So, Emmy's just waiting there because I thought Emmy was supposed to follow the guy.
Yeah. I have a terrible memory. I don't remember what Emmy was supposed to do. I just remember she wild shaped and
Be a
was waiting
spooter.
for an opportunity to do something.
Be a spooter and go with her, or
Yeah,
with
with-
It was,
Ironbriar.
Justice
Right, with
Steinbrenner.
the justice, right. So if I remember correctly, I turned into a spooter, but we never addressed what happened after that.
I don't think you told anybody that you were gonna go do that. I think you just did it.
Right, but we did cover, like, I waited until we left. I went around the corner behind a pillar and changed into a spooter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we pretty much ended the session right after that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mars, would you know where Emmy is? She kind of just left.
Yep.
Easy. You just have to find a tiny spider.
Super easy.
I do it all the time.
I mean, can Emmy see them? I don't know where everyone is at the moment.
Aren't you like outside?
So here's essentially what the layout would have been. You guys went into a side hall from the main courtroom. That's where Emmy went behind a pillar and wild shaped. You guys went into Ironbrier's office there. And then followed him out into the courtroom. What would Emmy have done from that point? Would she have followed everyone else or stayed in the office, in the hall? What?
She would have. Okay, so keep in mind my memory is crap.
Mhm.
She would have waited for the judge to pass by and then attempted to get on his robes.
Okay.
So that could have been after the court session or during or at any point.
So in
Okay,
that case,
so would we be able to see Emmy having changed to a spider?
the spider is what, tiny? You can roll me a perception. It's not going to be a fairly easy DC, but with the robes this guy is wearing, Emmy, it's super easy to get lost in them. No problem.
So I don't have to roll a sneaky or anything. Just kind of go.
Yeah,
and
you can
sneak
just
in.
go.
I'd do
There's
it.
there's
I'd do
no
it.
way this man can see over his robes to see a little spider. There is no way.
Emmy just lands in his ear.
Please no. And Emmy is imperceptible to all of you.
Okay. Holly is going to trust that Emmy's where they should be, and I want to cast Detect Thoughts. Well, I want to go back towards Justice Ironbrier's office and detect thoughts, like far enough distance away that he couldn't necessarily hear it, but right there.
Are you
Then
following him
talk to him.
immediately after the trial? Okay, so you're not letting him get away. You're just on his ass. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna give him like a couple of seconds to get ahead of me, because I
Mhm.
don't want him to see that I'm gonna cast a spell. And I want to catch him like in his office, so I'm gonna let him go in front of me.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to like catch him where it's just him.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You can do that.
Justice Ironbriar, you were talking about how it was important to know about the nobles in the area. I was wondering, did you have any opinions or thoughts on the foxgloves?
Immediately, just the surface thought that you hear is idiot. But his vocal response is the Foxglove family, more or less just Aldrin himself and his wife. Decent people, not a terrible reputation. Why do you ask?
Oh, I was actually interested in I think maybe it was his father, Vorel Foxglove. Did you know him? Have you ever had any dealings with him?
Forel. That's. Let me just double check my my timeline here. That is certainly not Aldrin's father.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm horrible with family trees. Who was he? I need to correct it in my notes.
Right. Aldrin, son of Traver and Cirele.
That's Aldern.
Mm-hmm.
And Vorel was his uncle?
You get another surface thought of more or less thinking of incessant questions on a busy day from an annoying child.
I saw some
Vorel,
paperwork that had your name and his name together, so I assumed you knew him.
I see. Vorel was Traver's great. What would it be? I suppose great uncle?
Do I know how that deed was? It was signed. It was 100 years, right? And it's almost up.
Mm-hmm. That would have been 1470. Yeah, it would have been about 80 years ago.
You must have been really early in your career when you worked with Vorel.
Isn't he an elf?
Yeah. To which
I don't
he
know.
he just laughs. Child, I am nearly 500 years old.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm not really sure how long you're appointed as a justice for, I guess. And it was some small paperwork. I can't remember, a will or something like that. And so I just assumed it was early on. In your career, you were like drawing up paperwork for Mr. Varel, Foxglove, and oh darn, I can't remember the other members on that deed. No, I do remember. It was something weird. It was like a band of brothers, the Brotherhood or something like that.
Roll me insight.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, did you go with Mars?
Oops. Should have been
Holy
19.
shit. Okay. Yeah, with the 19, you notice for a moment, after you mentioned something about brothers, his face drops for a quick second from one to annoyance to not necessarily panic, but almost like how the ever loving hell do you know about that? But quickly recovers. His thoughts essentially follow that same train of thought.
Are you going to try and push deeper, or?
I am, but I'm trying to think. Okay. Brothers. Did you work with the brothers a lot? And Foxglove? I know that they had a long-standing connection. I asked because Aldern Foxglove had a unique will, and he left some things to the Brotherhood, and I was just trying to make sure that those artifacts were returned to the proper owner.
A will.
Yes?
What do you mean a will?
I'm sorry, real quick, out of character, is Holly implying that she knows that he's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Holly is implying that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Aldern is barely past 30. What need does he have of a will?
Well, a young man with a wife and family, it's important to make sure all your affairs are in order in case unfortunate construction accidents and things.
Child, what are you implying?
That I have some artifacts of Mr. Foxglove's that I would wish to return to, or make sure that they go to their now current owner. As
So-
Mr. Foxglove was the last living member of his family, I assume that
Let me understand. You're telling me that Aldern is dead, correct?
Sorry if I wasn't clear. Yes, he.
And how are you aware of this?
I was hired to settle the family estate.
By whom?
By his maid. The
And why would his wife not be involved in this?
Well, I can't seem
What
to
purpose
find
does a
her.
maid have with an estate?
She doesn't. That's why I'm trying to make sure that it's returned to the rightful owner. Mr. Foxglove's wife, she hasn't quite been seen for a while. I think she went back home to her family.
I'm sorry, I think you're avoiding the topic. How exactly do you know? How would this maid know that Aldern is dead? Where is he? We've heard no news.
There was unfortunately an accident at his estate. Some construction and well, there that manor that the Foxgloves have, it seems to be cursed or something because there are all sorts of construction accidents and well, unfortunately, Mr. Foxglove fell victim to one of those. When you try to work and renovate with old buildings and such,
Ollie, you better
unfortunate
roll a
things
really
happen.
good deception.
You better roll a really good deception.
Yep. Okay. Deception.
What is his insight?
That's a pretty good deception. Gotta say.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Did I use my inspiration? Because that 10 was a little low. Can I use my inspiration?
Go ahead.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
So,
Like
hero
modern
points.
inspiration.
Wait. Hero points.
Oh my god.
That's a D6, right?
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh
You
my
you
God.
you just click on the hero point word and it does it.
There we go.
27?
Alright, 27.
Let me see what he has into his insight here.
Is anyone with Holly? Is it just Holly at the moment?
You're there.
Right. I
Technically.
mean, besides me. Yeah.
I
Mars?
I-
Follow?
I know
Yes,
Elora
I
was
am-
rolling, but I don't think it was stated that she went.
Yeah, I thought that I was there, but like I also had said that she was going to go off and try and find Emmy like an idiot.
Okay.
So she's probably outside in the bushes looking for a small spider.
if it's just Holly there, then while he's considering the words, Holly, you just hear in your mind, I made it. And there's like this tiny little spider with a leg waving
You
on
just
his
see
shoulder.
a teeny tiny leg poke out through the folds.
I did it.
This is the spider coming
Yep.
out of the rope.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
Your
my
powers
God.
combined.
He stares at you for a good long moment, Holly. For he shrugs and says, Well, damned. All right then. We will need to begin drawing up the paperwork. You will, of course, need to bring the maid who hired you. You will need to bring your licensing and all of that. Any written news of Alden's demise, as he is out of town, obviously. I'm assuming this is at his other home.
Yes, his estate.
Yes.
Crap. In that.
The manor.
Yep, that town that we were at with the sawmill. Sorry, my brain is awful.
In Corin.
Yes, Corin.
Yeah, Corin, where we went through the cornfields and fought those corn zombies.
Oh my god.
Corin.
Well, this will need to be done within the next few days then, if this is as you say. To get all of the estate in order, we need to draw up all the paperwork for the lands, for the house itself, for any businesses.
Right. There was something.
I hope
odd.
you're able to free your schedule for the next few days.
Well, there was something odd that I noticed about the deed to the manor. It's supposed to revert to the Brotherhood. Was hoping you might be able to help me find the. No, let me. And Holly pulls out her notebook and looks at like no, not the Brotherhood. It was the brothers. The brother the 7 brothers. Does that mean anything to you?
For someone who works in law, you're not very organized, he says, as in his head, there's not so much thoughts as an alarm bell going off.
Right, as far as, well, I'm rather new to the law. I thought this would be, a good profession and a stable job. Unfortunately, I may not have had the most formal education or training.
My god.
So I think I would have to rely heavily on your expertise, sir. I mean, as a justice, I'm sure you are well equipped to advise me or handle this matter. I mean, after all, if I want to learn from the best, which is definitely you. At least that's what everybody around here says.
He sighs heavily, face in palm. I did not sign on to be an educator. All right, well, you're in for a long night and a long next few days. As I said, clear your schedule. There will be time for nothing else. The deeds and such for post-mortem nobles is nothing if not a never-ending list.
Right.
You can see me. I can't see you that well. Are you blinking? I'm gonna assume you're blinking.
Well, I have to leave to get some paperwork in order. I trust you can help. Well, could you help me notify the other people? I'm not even sure what the official notification procedure is.
As I said, we will have all of this done in time. There is paperwork upon paperwork to follow different procedures. I suggest you grab whatever materials you have. And he glances out a window that is rather high up on the wall. Be here before sundown. We'll get started then.
All right, that sounds great. Before sundown, I will go and gather my notes and all of my information, and I will meet you back here before sundown.
He just waves you off.
Okay. Stay safe. Let me know if you need any help. You know how to contact me. All right. Goodbye.
Literally does not know how to contact you.
It's almost as if I wasn't talking to him.
Yeah.
No, I know.
But does Emmy know that?
This is gonna be a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Christ on a cracker.
As you're walking away, be safe. Tell everyone I made it. I'll see you soon. I think you did good.
So Holly will go back out to the courthouse and report to the rest of the group.
Outside, you just see Mars wandering around in a. Hang on, I'm gonna roll a nature, see if she can actually find a spider, or would it be investigation?
Roll investigation. See if you can find a
Okay.
spider.
I
You
found
find
spider!
you find a spider.
Emmy, is that you?
Emmy, wiggle your legs if it's you.
Spider wiggles its legs as it walks around on your hand.
Oh, okay, all right. We'll like starts walking in, probably runs into Holly. Oh, careful! You don't want to squish Emmy.
Right. Emmy's. I don't know who that is, but that's
Well,
not.
it's. She like puts a hand up. It's Emmy.
No. Our friend made it to their target, and I really hope that spider's not poisonous. That's here. Let me. Holly will try
Venomous
to
as
take
it
it from
bites.
Mars.
Oh shit!
Holly will
Wait.
try to take it from Mars.
Ah!
Me.
You take
Ow.
1 point of poison damage.
Oh.
Okay, let's be fair. That might not be conclusive if it's Emmy or not.
Yeah, it's not.
Damn.
It's Holly's word against the spiders.
Who do you believe? It's a roll off. Dun, 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 dun.
Was Holly sick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you just ends up flinging.
Okay.
She's trying to squish the spider that just bit her.
Oh, okay.
Slap Holly.
Woo!
Fucking roll a 2, of
You bitch.
course.
You know, Holly was trying to take it from you. Yeah.
Laura,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, a spider's AC is 12.
I know.
Amazing.
So you go,
Incredible.
oh, oh, and start trying to sweep it off, and it just dodges your hand.
It's just crawling all along her fucking arms. Shit.
It's becoming a problem.
Let me just stay still. I'll grab. Nope. Okay. Hold on.
Can I
just-
try? Can I say that we're outside and I see this commotion
Yes,
and I go,
absolutely.
you see Gaius? He has what seems to be some kind of pita bread and meat in it. Seems like he got bored and got hungry, so he got something to eat. And
There's
he's
a
just
hot dog standoff in the distance.
Right?
I'm thinking a gyro, basically.
Amazing.
And so he's just chomping away and going, "Oh, I got a spider. Here, let me try." He's gonna, this is just the macro for the greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using my hand. 11 does not hit. I will hero point that.
You just smack Mars.
Oh my god, for a spider!
Yeah, I'll hero
For
point that.
deadly combat.
I'll hero point that. That's fine.
Roll damage.
Roll
my
damage. It's 1 plus strength, so it takes 5.
Yeah, the spider only has 1 hit point.
Okay.
Well, it's a D4 minus 1.
What do you mean?
It's an average of 1, or you can roll a d4 and subtract
Yeah.
1 from it.
Oh, I've only ever heard of that without the Tavern Brawler. It's only 1 plus your strength mod.
No, for the
No,
we're
the
talking about the
spider's hit
spider's
points.
health.
HP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, that's 5 damage. So.
Mhm.
So you feel a smack of an armored hand and then a squish. I think I got it. Let me just starts
Oh.
rubbing it on his armor. Ugh.
Thank you, guys. That was very. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gently
That was very thank you.
rubs, yeah, just like gently starts wiping off the little goo patch on her shoulder where the spider
like
was squished.
A leg that twitches as you skip it off.
Yep, just gently like scoops and like dusts it into the bush. Well,
Turns into somebody else's druid.
clearly wasn't Demi.
That
Well,
would
what
force
the
them
fuck?
into their normal.
You find out there's a whole thing about druids wild shaping into spiders around the courthouse to get advantages.
There's a market
Smack
for
a
that.
spider, a fucking gnome pops out.
Right? Oh, hey, that one's a Goliath.
Oh shit! I think it's time we run. So, anyways, he's gonna go back to eating a sandwich, not using the hand that is now dirty. Oh.
And Holly did bring up a good point as a reminder, and I should probably remind you pretty much at the beginning of every session. Holly, Emmy, JB, and Gaius, you are feeling a little nauseous.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have to go get some paperwork in order.
I don't.
Has anybody
What
ever written out a-
happened?
Has anybody ever written out a will? No? Okay. I've seen one before. I think I can do this. So
I can probably help with like the noble stuff.
Why?
Yes.
What? I'm very confused.
So he was I was trying to figure out if he was present there at the time that we know that he was present and what information he knew, and I was trying to, so I had to kind of jog his memory, and I may have accidentally told him that Aldrin was dead and that I'm trying to enforce his will. Last
Wow.
will and testament.
Mars like hooks Holly's arm with hers and like starts dragging her away from the fucking like building. Just like, can we not have this conversation right here?
Right. I need to go do some writing. Back to the car?
Wait, I don't understand. Why are you going back? Why? What is
So
point
he
of
has
going back?
been. How much can I say? Holly's gonna look around. Let's go to the car. Let's go someplace not in front of the courthouse.
Okay. What about JB?
Um.
What about 20? Shouldn't they be coming along? Where are they?
You don't need them. They're just winging you guys down.
Didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, JB's there.
Yeah, 20's wandered off.
Oh god.
Great.
In the
I
courthouse
smell
or
smoke in the
outside of the
distance.
courthouse?
Outside, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's much less dangerous.
No, that place is so boring. He had to get out of there. He
Mhm.
probably left halfway through the legal thing.
So I guess we're looking for 20 then.
You guys don't need him. You just wait.
One
That's
time.
why you busy.
The one time you roll good is just
Right.
for 20.
Hold on, I don't even know where he would be. What shiny and wonderful shapes and/or colors would he have been distracted by that
Oh,
are
there.
nearby?
Take your pick. There is so much in this city. There are adventurers walking around with big shiny armors and weapons. There are like street performers trying to make coins on the corners. There
There's
are
a
magic
drag
shops
show.
everywhere. There's a drag show.
Oh, okay. So he's probably spent like all of his gold on the performers.
How far is
the
he
drag
from the
show?
courthouse?
Just whatever, like flame jugglers or mimes, just whatever street performers there were. He probably saw that people were throwing money at them or giving them money, and he's
Does
just
20
spent.
understand the concept of a mime?
He thinks it looks funny,
That's a no.
and people give them money for being funny. So I'll give them money too. So he spent his 80 gold on street performers.
His entire amount of coin.
Yes.
That's
Mhm.
hilarious.
So is he within 120 feet? Can I? Oh, I have to see him, don't I?
I mean,
It's alright. Mars fucking bloodhound tracks him down.
Just as he's
couldn't
tossing
find
his
me
last
as a
gold
spider
piece.
in a bush, but goddamn, she can track that giant man's ass down.
Where's
Mars,
this
you like the
fucking
second
mayonnaise?
tallest person in the party except for 20. You're the only person who can see him over the crowd.
Yeah.
Yup.
That's fair.
How tall are you? How tall is
Is-
Mars?
Mars
Like 6 around?
6'2"?
Shit, yeah, you are taller than me.
She's
Fuck.
she's the second
Yup.
tallest person in the party.
Alright, fair.
He's got a complex. So, you find 20 after he's dumped his full pocket change of 80 gold into this performer's case.
Reggie, Tony, hello, hi, how are you?
hello.
It's time to go. We should get going.
Oh, are they done talking? Okay, no, that's fine. Have you seen what they do? Oh, it's so funny.
What? Pardon?
He's pointing at the performer.
Ah, yes, that's quite lovely. And she like glances around, sees the hat full of coins, and is like, "Oh, like throws 10 gold in there, and then just starts dragging him along."
Jeez.
We are really trying to stimulate this economy here in Haida.
Yeah,
The
and
thing
like
is that neither 20 nor Mars would understand street performers.
Nope. They ain't got that shit back home. What?
nope.
Oh my god.
And like you say drag, but trying to move him is like trying to move a tree. But
Yeah.
he'll like after a little bit of realizing that he's being pulled, he acquiesces.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Oh right, okay.
Yep. All right. Okay. Thank you.
20 turns around. I like your funny words, magic man.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. All right, y'all head back to the cart.
Yep.
What's the plan at the cart?
So, okay, my plan was that I was gonna write a deed, but I need to. Who are we gonna say Foxglove would have given the manor to?
You're really far from your mic suddenly.
Sorry.
There
Is
we
this
go.
better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who do we want to say Foxglove wants to put in charge of the manor for the next 20 years? Or do we want to say that it should automatically revert back to the Brotherhood? Or the Mistress?
Perhaps the Mistress and then the Brotherhood?
So if we do that, if to revert back to the Mistress, that would mean I'd have to see them, right? I think that makes sense. I think that might work. And so Holly will begin drafting Alden Foxglove's last will and testament, where he bequeaths everything to his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and if she should perish, then oh crap. Do we want to invent a love child?
I mean, we're at this point already. Might as well, you know.
You can pass for long lost nobility.
Me?
You say to the noble child?
Would you? I'm older than him, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was his love child. It was his father's. It's his long lost brother. That we could say that, right?
He bequeaths his home to his father's bastard.
Oh shit, dude.
Such a generous man.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazier things could have happened. Hey, who knows? Maybe it'll start a trend, and then Haida will become much more altruistic in death.
I see you looking at my bio.
Yeah, I was seeing how old you were.
Mm-hmm.
You were absolutely older than him.
Yeah. Oh man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Perhaps this would be a wise opportunity to consult the maid about possible succession choices.
Right.
That is a thing.
That is an excellent idea. Let me
She
put
would,
that down on my.
likely have the most knowledge of his private affairs of anyone here.
Just to clarify, so we are going to falsify legal documentation about one of our enemies instead of investigating the sawmill? Is that why?
We
why are
have
we
a
doing this?
We're having a multi-prong investigation.
As far as I was aware, we're doing both, actually.
Oh, all right, but I'm curious what the end goal of this is. Are you trying to steal the mansion away from the Brotherhood, or?
Actually, my original intention was that he didn't seem to be. I was trying to rattle him and get his attention and perhaps force him to go talk to somebody who might be more in charge. I assume he's just like the errand boy for the Brotherhood.
All right.
So that was my intentions, to maybe get the ball rolling, and maybe he would go in a panic, because he did seem pretty alarmed when I mentioned the Brotherhood. And hopefully he is going to speak to somebody. I mean, that was the original intent with having Emmy follow on him,
Another idea. We could have this will and testament be like all properties and stuff default to the Brotherhood, and we are required to seek them out and get signatures to verify that the properties and everything has been handed over. And so legally, we would have to have assistance with that. Would we not?
That's an excellent idea. I think that would work really well. That we would need to have a representative of the Brotherhood to sign receipt for receiving of the house keys.
Perhaps that, or they forfeit their share, and it defaults to someone else.
There you go.
They do want the mansion and whatever lies beneath it, they would be forced to appear. Or at least a representative would.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I think that's how we attack this part. And then we also get the information from Emmy. Then we also get the information from Thea.
Mm-hmm. Where is
Who's
Althea?
been circling for like hours on end.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you all think. Really, she just circled like once and went off and had a coffee break for the rest of the hour.
You know?
Just took a nap.
Honestly, I'd be fine with that.
So what are we doing, folks?
Oh, do we still have that phylactery? The broken shard thing?
I don't think you guys took that.
Yeah, I don't think
Did
we
you?
took that.
Oh. Darn. Okay.
I don't think any of you wanted to fuck with it.
I
exactly.
certainly don't have it in my inventory.
Okay. Trying to think of something that we could have that would be of value to give to them. Like not actual value, but like
Why would we need to give them anything?
family heritage kind of thing. I don't know.
I don't think we need to give them anything. I think what we should do is we should roll to try and forge these documents with the idea of this is the situation. This is the last will and testament. Situation is Aldern was found dead, and we're trying to track down these people because succession is getting very cloudy. We tried finding the wife, dead. Any children? Gone. So the only thing we have left is the last part of this will, which is if all else fails, then it goes to these brothers. But upon they're required to receive these the actual deed, because we do have the deed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We
In order to receive the deed, they must sign.
Mm-hmm.
And we are
I like it.
bound by law to witness this signature by a representative or these people.
We have to get it notarized. I see.
Yes, essentially.
We do have examples of his
Writing. Handwriting.
Yes.
We have several letters, yes, so I can
Mhm.
forge his handwriting and forge official papers.
Yeah, let's forge this. This should be up your alley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Let's do this. What kind of thing are we required to do?
Roll me a
GM?
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Okay. Is there any way that one of us can help her?
If you have proficiency.
Anybody have proficiency with sleight of hand? That is not Emmy.
Nope.
Mars, do you have sleight of hand?
Nope.
I do not.
Okay, then the best we can do is give you inspiration. So,
Yep.
good luck.
What's your
Thank you.
bonus? What's your bonus?
To sleight of hand?
Yeah.
6. That is it's a +6.
I can give you a
Uh,
17.
Wow.
23 is a
Thank
strong
you.
number.
Yep. Okay.
I mean,
Do I need to roll, or would you just do that?
No.
we might as well roll to see
Okay.
what you get first.
You could do better for all you know.
Yeah. Why is it waiting
Nah.
so long?
No.
Okay.
I don't
So
know. It's
here's
really weird.
here's what happens is you write out the forgery, right?
Mhm.
And as we're like all passing it around and everybody's looking at it and being like, "Yeah, that looks all right. Yeah." JB will as it's their turn to examine it. We'll pick it up. We'll eye it very carefully. Compare it to the original. And then they will raise it up to their mouth, take a deep breath, and blow over the paper. And the writing turns golden under their breath and rearranges itself slightly.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That's
And
really
as they
cool.
do so, you hear the distinct click of a string being cut.
Have you always been able to do that?
No.
From the other side of the cart, you hear, "Do you do prescriptions?"
We could use some fentanyl.
What do
May I
you...
interest you in some ketamine?
I've
I
been
mean, I
looking
can try.
for Xanax.
I can try. I'm not sure if they'll fill it, but you know.
Listen, if anyone needs a Xanax in this fucking party, it's JB.
Yes.
She didn't say it was for her.
It depends on what is on the other side.
The other side of what?
The thread.
She
Opens her
smiles,
mouth.
claps her hands together. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, what's next?
I apologize. It is difficult to explain.
No,
No, I think
it's
you
fine.
did a great job. Right. One last thing before I finish. We should probably speak to the maid.
Yeah.
So, do we have any other questions? I have, who did Foxglove entertain most often? Who would he have left items to? Do we have other questions?
Do we know the maid's name?
Nope.
I
have
have
her
her
diary.
diary.
Yeah.
Well, you might
Yes,
have
but
her
I-
diary, but
Doesn't necessarily have her name in it.
yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have a
we looked at
property
that.
of.
Yeah, we looked.
Do we have her name?
No.
I don't believe so.
I should have her name.
Do you? I'll double check on the notes for that.
Because if we don't have that, that might be an important thing to have, just to fill the third.
I can
Name.
always
Good
cast a
question.
spell and find out what it is.
What?
Nope, it just says maid's diary. Fuck.
Wow, even includes the fuck in there. Jesus.
Nope. Right there on the inside cover, it says this diary belongs to the maid. Fuck.
The maid fuck. That's
Well, we didn't.
That's an
know
What kind of
unfortunate
that
name for
diary
it.
is this?
Yeah.
Is this a little black book? God.
would you
Oh,
like it to
shit.
be?
She's like running a secret brothel.
Ah,
Dear diary, they laughed at my name again.
Fuck. Both repeating my name and saying it. Alright,
Dear
so
diary, I couldn't tell if Foxglove was cussing out or calling me.
I stayed in the next room just in case. When he walked out, he questioned what I was doing standing around. Oh my goodness. Alright. So you've got the paperwork all drawn up. Are we questioning the maid? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay. She dates someone named Nuts.
Oh my god.
Alright. You're more than capable of casting the spell, Holly. Whenever you wanna take the spotlight on that.
Okay, sure. Yep. This'll work. So Holly's going to take her time, review her books, and once again cast. Well, after she pulls out the maid's skull, and then cast Speak with Dead on the head.
Alright. You do so.
Well, ma'am, the first thing I'd like to know is, what is your name? How should I address you? What's your preferred salutation?
Alea Cartwright.
Miss Alea. I can't talk and write at the same time. Sorry. Miss Alea, I know that you are was in the employ of one Aldern Foxglove. Did he often entertain people?
No.
Would he have any close kin or friendship that he might bequeath items to?
Yes.
Do you know? Can you give me a name?
Ziva.
Ziva. Okay. What was Foxglove doing with the Brotherhood of Seven?
I don't know.
Didn't he send the maid on trips? Wasn't he paying somebody, or was that the wife?
That was the wife.
Yeah. And Aisha or Aisha
Yeah.
was his wife.
That's it. Okay, didn't remember.
Could you tell me the name of any enemies Foxglove might have had?
Oh boy. That's a great question.
Also, how many questions are we allowed to ask?
I
Five.
believe it's 5.
Yeah,
you're
so
at
that
what?
would have been the last one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought it was only 3.
No, it's 5. So any enemies that I had, yes?
Mhm.
Some nobility, as nobles do.
You really need to start
Mhm.
asking for the name as part of the first question.
Yeah. I meant to say that. I guess I didn't. That's fine. I can ask again in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you're keeping that for 2 more weeks? Damn.
Right.
As it
That's
decomposes.
gonna be rank.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not going in my cart.
No, it's
Hmm.
going in my bag, which I
Yeah,
just
we
love.
we need to get fucking gentle repose, man.
Yeah, or alcohol in a big jar.
Oh.
We're not.
Formaldehyde.
That's
Oh.
Or a
nope.
taxidermy kit, I guess.
No.
You cast Speak with Dead as the head is in the jar. It's just like the sound of a voice underwater.
Blob, blob, blob.
You wouldn't even get the sound because it would be closed unless you open the jar.
Mm.
Then you get all that gumminess.
Mmm. Smells not
Mm.
fresh.
So lovely.
You ever had head in some jars feeling not so fresh?
Yeah, that's.
Anyways, so shall we check in with Arithia? Or shall we wait for a good long while and then check in with Arithia? See
What
what is
time is it
happening
right
with
now?
the spider?
Well, I think there's
Um,
been enough time for Justice Ironbriar to be irritated and find somebody to talk to, so I think we should probably check in with both Arithia
And keep in mind, I only have 2 hours as a spider, so
mm-hmm. So you're probably down to 1. You've got
what's been
another hour
happening?
until sunset. It's mostly been aggravated paperwork signing and the like. There is one point where he gets up and let me double check something. Where is it? Let's see if this is a thing. It's not. Okay. Where he gets up and approaches one of the guards that are posted in the hallway near his office. He does a once around, make sure that nobody else is really within earshot, and says, "Tell the others to gather soon. They'll be needed." Make sure they're ready. The guard salutes and he walks back towards his office.
Okay, interesting. I should also note, while she wouldn't ever say anything to the judge, if they ever pass anyone that looks like they're in the middle of a task, sorting papers or leading a prisoner or whatever, right? They would just hear in the mind, "You're doing good. You got this. You're doing great."
A short
Oh,
pause
cute.
as they look around themselves frantically for a small halfling child or something. Nessa?
Yeah, one of them's like, Samantha?
Oh no.
That's all you need is stir up somebody's
Traumatic past.
yeah. Oh.
Right.
But yeah, okay, and I've got an hour left. So obviously she's staying on the robe. I will
Mhm.
note, in case if nothing else happens or whatnot, when there's about 5 minutes left, she'll make her way out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
But she's gonna hang around as long as she can.
Gotcha.
Wait. No.
Waiting.
No.
Yes.
She wants to go with the guard.
Okay. Now I want you to roll me a stealth.
Okay. What's a spider stealth? Hang on. I have this somewhere. Give me a second.
A spider has a +4.
I am going to do my inspiration that was so generously given to me.
Please do.
And I will do a hero point because I want to be sure.
Wow, you don't see those things for weeks, and suddenly they're all over the place.
All right.
Right.
So 23.
Okay. Yeah. You're good.
You could have kept that 10, bud.
Well, the other 10 would have caught his ass.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, you're on the guard.
Okay. So I'm on the guard now.
Is that guard getting
Um,
a pep talk the whole way that he's getting to where
No.
he's going?
No. So they're smart enough not to talk to the person they're on, and now they're actually going to stop encouraging people in general. No one will be able to see this, but now they know things are kind of dangerous because she's suspicious that whatever he's up to is not good for her group. So she doesn't want to risk like talking to someone and having them investigate or something. But it can't. It has trouble finding its instincts. So on the guard's like arm or shoulder, behind back shoulder, it keeps raising its legs to give someone encouragement, and then remembering that they promised themselves they weren't going to, and putting their legs back down.
it's literally just that give.
Yeah, literally.
All right.
Cute.
So then, as you transfer over, you see Ironbriar head back towards his office, and the guard saluting and makes his way back into the hall, through the courtroom, out the front doors, nods to the other guards as he passes. And you're along for the ride as he makes his way through parts of the city. We're gonna come back to you.
Okay.
So the rest
DM.
of you, yeah.
In your mind, you hear, "You're doing good. Got this."
Stops for a second.
No, you, the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like the world
Stops for a
stops.
second. Everything moves in slow motion for a few seconds, and then speeds back up. So yeah, the rest of you, you are messaging people, doing things. What's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Walk me
I
through
gotta
it.
look at how many spells. I gotta look to see what spells I have left. So,
None. I've stolen them all.
Oh, stop. Nope. I don't know how to stop it from zooming.
Very carefully.
Dadgummit.
Well, what I know is I don't have message.
It's okay, neither do I. Psych, I got a cell phone. Alright,
This ain't my dad. This is a cell phone.
Well, as Holly figures out her life, does anybody else want to do anything?
Rennie would like to chop down a tree
In the
with
middle
his
of the city?
with his great axe. Oh, I thought that the cart was like on the outside.
No, you're
No,
you're
we're-
you're in the middle of the city.
Yeah,
He
we're over
will
by
walk
the
to the
market
outside of the city.
No, Mars is going to be hovering around 20.
district. Okay.
As he makes his way towards the outside of the city. You guys are gonna be walking for a bit.
She's going to try and redirect. 20, where exactly do you think you're going?
Oh, I'm just a bit bored. Thought I'd go for a walk. I'll be back shortly.
Okay, but we don't want to get separated from everyone. What if something bad happens to you or them?
Oh, yeah, I should stay and protect.
Exactly. Yes. I don't know why I keep slipping into a British accent.
It's
Wait, it rubbed off
the
on-
regional dialect back in Moloch.
Damn it, Ghost.
Mhm.
So we're going to go back to the card and
You have any games to play?
I'm sure we can make one.
How about knifey?
Oh, I've played Knifey Spoody before.
Say what now?
He's
Knifey Spoody.
it's actually something you hear in your head. 20.
What?
How about knifey spoony?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like fun. Is that you? Is that you, Finny? You've been quiet lately.
Is he saying this out loud?
Yes.
He has to, yeah.
Who is Finny?
Oh, he draws this giant Final Fantasy VII-esque great sword. This is Finny.
Fucking Buster Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, you still have that with you, of course, right?
Of course, he's my friend.
So sorry, what is Knifesy Spootsy?
Okay, so
Huh?
um,
How does 20 describe this game to Mars?
well,
God, I might
I
go after
pull
the
out
recording.
a knife, and then you pull out a knife, and whoever has the biggest one wins. But you can pull out a spoon instead, and a spoon always beats a knife. But
Why would a
If
spoon
I-
beat a knife?
well, that's just the genius of it, isn't it? Why would a spoon beat a knife? It's so clever.
But what if we both pull out spoons?
Well, that's a good question. But if 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 I think that you're going to pull out a spoon, and I
Hmm.
say that's not a knife, that's a spoon, then you're disqualified, and I win.
Interesting.
It's really quite simple.
And you can only pull out one knife at a time.
Just one. And I recommend it's your biggest one.
As they're like walking back, she's like going into the deep lore of knivesy spoonsy.
Right.
It's like, what exactly qualifies as a knife? What stops someone from just taking a giant sword out and claiming that that's a knife instead?
Does the
people
size
just-
of the spoon matter?
Exactly. Does the
if you-
bigger spoon qualify as the best spoon?
Would a
If you
shovel
if you
count?
if you start asking these questions, he starts to error, like error 404, page not found.
It's when he just blue
Oh.
screens.
Yeah.
She just keeps going as they're walking along. She's got like a hand on his arm to make sure he's following along, and she's stopped waiting for his input. She just keeps going and going and going.
Amazing.
This poor man.
Winner gets to eat a whole bowl of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The best prize.
All right, Holly, have you figured out your life?
Yes, I have one spell left. So Holly is actually gonna go find Isabella.
Okay.
You said you have ways to speak to Arithia, right?
I believe we all do now, actually.
Isabella, let me pull up her
We-
character.
We do?
Yeah, we signed
Not everybody
the
signed
book.
up.
No, Holly signed it.
Yeah.
And
that's only to
it's
receive.
a one-way thing. Yeah. Well, initiated one way. And Isabella shakes her head. No, like I've told you, she sort of just talks to me. If she's far away, I could write a letter or something, but it'd probably just be faster to go find her.
We have a little bit of time before sundown. That might not be a bad idea. What do you guys think? Should we go by the sawmill on our way to back to the courthouse?
That is in the complete opposite direction.
It's good to get out, stretch our legs, get a nice walk, get some exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you
Says
have
the
an
adventuring party.
hour? Yeah, don't you have an hour to get like completely out of character? Don't you have an hour to get back to the courthouse to do all of this shit?
I mean, if I'm late, it's okay. I'm new on the job. What's he gonna do? Leave?
Beat the shit out of you. I mean,
Set up an ambush for me?
who does that sort of thing?
Crew up justices?
Sounds fake, but okay.
I mean, I think it would kind of work in our favor to maybe be a little late. No?
If you're sure.
Don't
I'm-
we have message? Doesn't somebody have message?
I do. I just have
Message,
one...
you have to see them.
Oh.
I have
No,
sending.
no. Sending. Is,
Yeah.
I have
yeah.
one 4th level spell left. I used all of my other 3rd level spells for Speak with Dead.
Oh, and sending's a 4th level?
It's a 3rd
No.
level, but I only have
You would
one
have to
4th
upgrade
level
it.
spell. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should just not worry about the information. Because we gotta get back there on time, I imagine.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can go back to the thing and we can talk to Emmy when we get there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Holly totally plans on casting message at the dude, assuming that Emmy would be there, and of course, Emmy's not.
Okay. But do we really want to go and investigate the sawmill without Emmy?
That's why I'm
So-
saying we don't go to the sawmill. We go to the courthouse, which
yeah,
is where
I think
Emmy would be. Imagine.
think
we would
Gaius
imagine.
has a great point. We should probably arrive on time, make a good second and third impression. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We should go on time, and we can find Emmy and talk to them. And if everything's fine, then I can message Arithia.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll work.
Keep that spell slot in your back pocket, essentially.
Yep.
20.
Yeah.
We're going. We're going to the
Okay.
courthouse again.
Oh. All right.
Did anybody find it odd that the guy wanted to meet me at sunset?
Before sunset.
well,
is
sure.
What he said.
Before. Normally, court business is done during the day, right? I mean, I guess maybe it's like night court, but that's okay.
No, he
Yeah.
said that you should come back before the sun is set. I'm guessing that's when he goes home.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that he wants to get this done today, or at least get it started.
Okay, so we shall take our forge papers and head back to the courthouse.
All right, you make your way back.
Indeed.
Emmy, taking a little stroll through the city. It's great.
No, I'm taking a ride through the city.
Same difference. Eventually, you are just taken through several different little neighborhood areas as the guard knocks on different doors and various people answer them. And he gives them pretty much the same the same verbiage as just dusk rising. And the person nods. The door closes, and he goes to the next house as he hops his way around the city. And this is going to take quite some time, but your journey will eventually end back at the sawmill.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We have their attention, folks! Haha!
Question. How many people?
Mhm. Oh boy. Let's see. Let me go to the other map, see how many you killed.
None.
Maybe 3. And those are downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
The rest
two
I
all
was a
downstairs.
pincushion for.
At least 20.
20's part of them?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm coming for you all.
The guard goes right up to 20, dusk rising.
Oh,
yeah,
I've been
alright.
waiting for
Alright,
this.
so
It's a big knifey spoony tournament.
So, Emmy puts 2 and 2 together, and in their mind, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, and will the second she sees the sawmill, right, and she can put it all together, she will hop off, right. She'll skitter far enough away that she's behind trees or something of that nature, right. She will drop her wild shape and retake a wild shape as I think something that gives her speed, but also wouldn't be terribly like if a deer is running through the city streets, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
What
I have
level
an
are we now?
idea.
Can you be a pigeon?
No, I can't fly until
Damn
level
it.
8.
You could do like a cat. They have a 40 speed.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Emmy will. Oh, wait. Why? My speed is 25. Still, as long as I catch no, she's not going to waste her other wild shape, because the honest truth is, as long as she catches the party before they hit the sawmill, which is very likely given she is at the sawmill, right? She's not going to waste her last wild shape. She's just going to start running. And to be fair, a Finnick fox will catch as much attention as a cat, most likely.
Just
she's gonna
just keep in
Mhm.
mind, we're not going to the sawmill.
Yep.
We're going
That
to.
dog has some big ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
courthouse.
she knows you're probably at the courthouse or on
Okay.
your way back to the courthouse, because that's where she was supposed to meet you.
Good.
Yep.
Keep in mind, you've been going around for a while. They've probably already hit the courthouse by the time that you're still going door to door.
Gotcha. That said, why don't I see if I can find them, and if I can't, I'll go to the cart. Can I roll a survival for tracking?
Yeah, go for it. No.
I can't find them.
Would you like an inspiration?
There's too many smells in this city.
I would love an inspiration.
Take my inspiration.
Just don't roll worse.
16.
Okay. You managed to catch a whiff of a Goliath.
Thank you, Laura.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah,
Mayonnaise.
mayonnaise. Emmy starts running that direction.
All right. You find 20's long lost sister, who also loves mayonnaise. No.
Looks just like him.
Right? It looks exactly like him with like a blonde wig.
Yeah, it's just with like those shitty like Party City wigs.
Yeah.
No. She's more cut.
Damn.
So Emmy would rush to them. I don't know when you would say she would catch up to him, where they would be.
We'll get to that. In the meanwhile, the rest of you are able to meander your way off to the courthouse.
Do we all want to? We should not go together, right? That would just look weird.
Why not?
Okay, sure. Yeah, why not?
I can just say I'm your bodyguard. And I wasn't with you before because it wasn't
You
dark.
were on lunch.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say the city tends to be kind of rough at dark after night. So since you're going
I love
there,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
You're
And the
my
rest of them.
chaperone.
it's basically
I could pose as scribe or invisible if that is what you prefer.
you're the actual notary.
Yeah.
I love it. Notary, yes.
I'd love to see your credentials.
Here they are.
Hands
This-
over a piece of paper.
this
I
piece
do
of
what I
paper-
want.
Yeah, you beat me to the punch. God damn.
Holly will hand JB their signet ring. You know, it kind of works as a notary in certain countries.
You have a signet ring?
Should I wear mine?
Mhm.
Would that help?
Would it look weird for a bodyguard to have a signet ring?
Not if they're
Do they
knight.
match? I don't think we have the same rings, but that's okay, right?
No, we don't have the same rings. I'm talking about wearing my family's ring.
Oh, maybe don't do that.
Oh, okay. All right then.
He doesn't have a high opinion of nobles, right? So, yeah.
She?
Okay.
Justice Ironbar?
He?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say she?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
I heard he.
Okay.
No, it's been she.
All right.
I apologize if I offended any fictitious characters with the wrong pronouns.
How dare you misgender my evil man?
I'm so
So
sorry.
he is evil.
Just shoot him up
Every
with the
villain
they, them
is
juice.
lemons. They them juice. All right. So, unless anything else is said, I'm just gonna assume you're walking in guns blazing.
No, we're not blazing guns. We're
We're
keeping
just heading in.
them in the
We're blazing
holster for.
fast. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. So, walking in. Do you just head straight back?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Okay.
Okay, important question. Who all is coming with you?
Well, if we're doing this, it would make sense that I have my notary and my bodyguard and
Would it be wise to have someone outside the building in case somebody else tries to come in?
So, Twinny, do you want to stay in the main hall?
How about Tony
Ish.
and I stay and keep an eye out?
Right. If anybody comes up behind us, looks suspicious,
And smash.
let's.
No, not.
We should come up with a signal. Can you make a bird call?
Let me try.
Can Twinny whisper?
What the actual hell?
Whoa.
How
Sir?
Yes,
sad is
the famous woo woo bird of Corinth. That was perfect.
Okay.
If I hear that, I will know that there are people coming, and if you hear that, you should probably come running towards us.
You certainly
Towards
won't
you.
mistake it for an actual bird.
This is the moment when I place an actual bird that sounds like that in the immediate vicinity and they both hear it go off.
Oh no. Little did we know there is a woo-woo bird.
20 was on spot with that.
Yeah, that was perfect representation of the woo woo bird.
In fact, it backfires because there's so many woo-woo birds everywhere that the call is almost constant.
Oh my god. You just start a performance, they all start flocking over towards the courthouse.
Like fucking
Yeah.
seagulls.
You see like 4 different birds sort of just perch themselves on top of the building.
And the guards, no,
look,
not
there.
again.
There you go. That is a woo woo bird.
Wait. No, hold on.
You know,
Pick
I'm
high or low.
surprised. Low.
You hear them start going whoa 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 whoa.
You know, quite frankly, I'm surprised you never heard them before. They've got a very distinctive call.
And apparently they're like huskies. Once one starts, they just all go.
Typically native to this region.
Okay.
Well, that actually might be a bit confusing now. They won't bloody show up.
If I need help, I will just yell help.
Okay, that's classic.
Sounds like a
yes.
plan.
Okay.
But how will I know if you're calling for help or if you're just testing?
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm sorry. Please keep going.
Gonna keep it simple. Yep. Okay. This will work. This is good. This is what our plan is. Okay. We will succeed. Okay, ready? Break. Let's go. Sorry, that was a pep talk to myself.
What am I supposed to do with my hands?
You keep one in your pocket and the other one on your sword.
Got
I
it.
don't have pockets.
So you see, this is why I need to make my own set of armor so that I can have pockets.
It's like having to make your own dress so you can have pockets.
Right?
Okay.
All right.
Jargon.
Unfortunately, I think we might call it here.
We've entered a loading screen, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, the
have.
loading is going to take all week. So we shall
You
see
better
you.
save.
Oh no.
Oh no!
20, you're in charge of saving. Have you saved?
Oh, I never save unless I'm reminded.
Look, all you have to do is hit the NEP.
Fact.
I once played for like 5 hours a game. I didn't save once, and then it crashed. And I lost all the progress.
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
was me with Dyson Sphere Simulator.
Oh no.
I don't save unless the game auto saves.
Mm.
Yep.
Like to live dangerously.
We die like men.
Mm-hmm.
I grew
No
up in the day and
seatbelts.
age where there was no save.
I once played Final Fantasy VII without a memory card. Actually, that was the first time I played it.
Oh,
Wow.
And
hate
I
that.
left the console on overnight with the TV off.
Well, thank you guys
Nice.
for watching. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.